Hello, it's Jane here, and I'm going to go through a class today that I think will be helpful to most of us. I know some of us come to yoga to get more flexible, some of us come to yoga to calm ourselves down, some of us come to yoga maybe just to get stronger. And I'm hoping that this class today will help to satisfy everybody. And if you feel better at the end of this class, then I know that I've been doing my job. So I'd like to invite you now to get comfortable lying on the mat. So one of my favourite poses to lie down is constructive rest pose with my feet nice and wide, about as wide as the mat, and the knees just rocking in towards each other. And this just takes a little bit of pressure. If I take my legs out, I get a little bit of an arch in the back, but when I bring my feet a little bit closer, it kind of closes off that space so I don't feel any strain at all. And I'm quite happy to put my head on this mat. It's quite a nice thick mat, but some of you might like to put a blanket underneath your head. That can be really nice. Another way is to roll a pillow up and just put it under the backs of the legs, and again it helps to close off that gap. So if you haven't got anything like that, I think constructive rest pose is probably the most comfortable. But get into a position that feels comfortable for you, and then place your hands gently on your belly. Tuck the chin in a little, so you probably feel a little bit of a double chin. And what that means is there's no strain on the neck. And then with our hands on our belly, we're just going to feel our breath as it is right now. So I've been running around quite a bit today, and my breath is a bit all over the place along with my mind. But once I start just to notice how my breath is, it starts to smooth out a little. And once I start to notice the breath, then I might start to see if I can just add a little bit of conscious awareness. I don't like to call it control, but just being consciously aware of your breath. So if you do need to make any changes, then you can. So if you're breathing fast and a little erratic, then just come into a nice smooth breath. So inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose or the mouth, you choose. As you inhale, feel the belly gently swell into the hands so you fill up with breath. And as you exhale, feel it soften and relax. And just rather than try and consciously force that belly bigger, just being aware of those physical changes that happen on the inhale and the exhale. And then see if you can start to smooth out the breath. So the inhale and the exhale are of equal length. And my starting point is 4. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. And then just starting to feel the effects of that conscious breathing on your mind and on your body. And then just start to move maybe the hands and the knees, maybe bringing those knees in for a little squeeze, or just maybe taking those legs side to side in a little sway. Just starting to add a little movement. we're going to draw the right knee into the chest. And then we're going to slowly extend that right leg up to the ceiling, holding on behind that right thigh with a nice bend in the knee. And then start to point and flex those toes. And start to coordinate movement and breath. So as you inhale, gently reaching the toes away from you. As you exhale, bringing the toes back towards you, feeling that movement of body, of breath, feeling those muscles and the right leg starting to move, work. And then place the right ankle just over that left knee. Take the left hand on the right hip, right hand on the inside of the thigh. And as you inhale, gently draw that right knee away from you. And as you exhale, just let it soften back. So we're not going to push the knee away, just gently guide that knee. You might notice as you breathe and move, that each time we find a little bit more space. And if this feels quite nice, we can stay with this one, or take the right hand through the legs, take the left hand on the outside of that left thigh, and then slowly extend that left leg up now. And just feel a nice stretch in the back of the left leg. And then slowly ease that left foot back to the ground. Take the arms over the head, maybe just soften the knees a little. And just let those knees roll over to the left side. So maybe your right foot catches the floor, maybe it just hangs in the air. Just gazing towards the ceiling for a nice easy twist. And as you inhale, roll the knees forward. Unravel, bringing that left knee in, and we'll do the same on the other side. So slowly extending that left leg. Just starting to point and flex and feel the backs of that left leg starting to wake up. Then placing that left ankle over the right knee, right hand on that right hip. And as you inhale, guiding that left knee away. And as you exhale, let it gently soften back. Maybe stay with this. Or thread the left arm through the legs, right hand on the outside of the right thigh. Slowly extending that right leg towards the ceiling. It's quite nice to flex the foot. And breathe. Gently lowering that right leg to the ground. Arms over the head. And just easing that left foot to the right side. Knees rolling over. Breathe. And inhale, rolling the knees back to centre. Bringing the knees in. Nice little squeeze. And then taking the soles of the feet onto the ground. The knees bent, feet hip width apart. And we'll do some pelvic rolls. So as we inhale, let those bony parts of the pelvis rock forward. So we could take the arm underneath the back. And as we exhale, we'll start to press the lower back into the ground so we can't get the hands underneath. So as we inhale, we gently tip forward. And as we exhale, we ease and rock back. Nice slow breath. Come into a neutral position for the spine, just somewhere in between those two positions, hands by the sides. And then as we inhale, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips. As we exhale, slowly lower. We're going to add the arms. So as we inhale, the arms come over the head, the hips lift in a baby bridge. And as we exhale, we're going to lower the back, lower the arms. We'll do a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. going to take the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out to the sides, hands back onto the belly. And let's feel the breath again. We're going to take the hands on the outside of the thighs, guide the knees together. Inhale, bring the knees into the center, roll side to side. Just start to massage that low back. And then you could either roll over to one side and come to seated that way, or just start to have a little rock up and down, just finding a little bit of energy in that spine, and eventually find your way to a comfortable seated position. And then placing the hands on the knees or the thighs. If it feels uncomfortable sitting down, you could always sit on a cushion or a rolled up blanket or rolled up towel. And then we're just going to see if we can just move around until we find a comfortable position that the heart can lift, the shoulders can soften. Imagine we've got a piece of string from the crown of the head lifting the crown of the head up. At the same time, just see if we can root down through our base, wherever the places that our body is making contact with the ground. And then soften the shoulders. We're going to do a moon breath now. So it's a nice quietening breath. We're going to just take the right thumb and close off the right nostril. And we're going to inhale 8 times and exhale through the left nostril. So if you've got any breathing issues, problems with the nose, then keep hands on the knees or the thighs and just visualise breathing through that left nostril. If there are no problems, we're just going to close off the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the left. That's 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. Do 4 more, breathing in your own rhythm now. When you've finished, placing the hands back on the knees or the thighs. And then taking a few deep breaths, just without any thought where the breath is moving in and out. Just pure enjoyment of each inhale, of each exhale, and just noticing how it feels. And then we're just going to slowly just lean over to your right side and let your left arm reach over. So I know I'm going over to my opposite side, but that's just in case we're facing each other, so we move in the same way. Let's have a little explore. Does it feel nice just to hang here? Would it feel nice to roll up and down? Would it feel nice to rock back and forth and find the space down this side? And then slowly coming back to the centre and just easing over to that other side. So just sliding this hand down until you feel comfortable enough to lean in. And just either hang here or roll or Move up and down, nice soft elbows, just feeling the space opening up. And then coming all the way back to centre. Inhale, sweep the hands over the head. As you exhale, take your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you. And just let that body get soft. And as you inhale, just feel everything lengthen. And as you exhale, nice easy twist from the belly. Gaze over that right shoulder. And slowly bring the gaze forward, and we'll just swap sides. So just softening first, then a big inhale to lengthen the spine. Nice easy exhale to roll to the other side. Then slowly back to centre, and we're going to crawl our way to hands and knees. So if it takes you just a few minutes or seconds or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just enjoying moving between the poses, just as important as the poses themselves. Getting the fingers spread out nice and wide. Maybe we're all ready to roll, maybe not. So we'll just explore this table pose. We'll begin with the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. And then maybe we might need to slightly adjust. Maybe the hands want to widen a little. Maybe we need a little bit more space between the knees. What we're trying to achieve here is a comfortable base that we can just feel supported by those contacts with the ground, the hands, the knees and the tops of the feet. And then keeping the softness in the elbows and the shoulders. We're going to let the belly gently drop. We're going to let the heart lift a little. Relax the shoulders. See if we can relax anything else in our cow pose. And just breathe. Feeling all the places and spaces that the breath moves into. And then we're going to reverse the movement of the spine nice and slowly. So we're just going to start at the base of the spine and then just slowly ripple through to the middle of the spine, the upper spine. Bring the chin to the chest, look into the knees. And then just seeing if we can just take some easy breaths in this cat pose. And then move in between the two. So as we inhale, slow as you go into your cow pose. Exhale into that cat pose. And just a few more. So we don't have to rush anything in our yoga practice. That's for our other lives. This is our slow moving, slow breathing. So everything's got a chance to recharge. And then we'll come back to our table pose. And then we're going to sit into our child's pose. So the hips soften to the heels. The crown of the head comes forward. We can rest the hands in front of the body, in front of the head. We could make a little pillow for the head or maybe the side of the face. If it doesn't feel so nice on those knees to come low, we could just instead lift the hips and just come onto the forearms. Just breathe here. A puppy pose. So just try, see what feels nicest. And then we're just going to breathe. But we're going to notice as we breathe, how that breath moves around the back body. So visualize all those spaces in the back of the body, especially the upper back, that the breath can move into. And with each exhale, see if you can soften a little more. As you inhale, slowly coming up to all fours again. And then we're just going to stretch the left leg behind us. We'll tuck the left toes and then just rock back and forth. Should feel nice, finding some space in the back of that leg. And then we're going to swap sides, so taking out that right leg. And then we're going to come back. And then we're going to take that right foot out. Take the left foot out. So we end up in a plank pose. Now if this feels too strong, we can come to the knees. And if we're happy in this plank pose, we're going to send the heels back, gaze down between the thumbs. And then ever so gently, we'll all soften the knees, tuck the elbows in, lower to the belly, to the chest and the chin. Hug the elbows in, squeeze the legs together. And as we inhale, root down through the pelvis, lift the chest, gaze forward, baby cobra. Exhale, just relax everything. Inhale, firm the legs, press into the lower body, lift. Exhale, relax. We'll do one more. As we inhale, we're going to press through those hands. We're going to come up into table, back to child's pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as we inhale, we're going to slowly come back up. We're going to come to sit down. So we're going to swing those legs around. And we're going to come into Dandasana. So that is the pose where we start all our seated poses off. It's also called staff pose. So we can, if it feels more comfortable, sit on a blanket or a block if you've got one, or a towel folded over can be just as nice. Sometimes just lifting the sitting bones off the ground can be nice. It can be nice sometimes to take a blanket or a rolled up towel behind the knees. And then we're going to come with our hands either on our thighs. What we want to do is keep our shoulders away from the ears. Now if I put my hands down, palms don't quite touch the ground. So I find it easier just to put my hands on my thighs. If your palms easily touch the ground, then take the palms to the ground, but keep the shoulders above the wrists. And we want to stack our shoulders above our hips. And we want to imagine that we're rooting down through our sitting bones. We've got a nice golden thread from the centre of the crown all the way up to the sky. And then we're going to flex our feet. So we're pressing our feet against a wall. And then we're going to press the calves and the backs of the thighs into the ground. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. And see if we can imagine that we're trying to bring our belly, our lower belly, in towards our spine. Keep that core nice and strong. So it's actually quite a lot going on now. So you might feel as though you're starting to shake a little. Don't worry. Keep that calm breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. We're going to take our seated tree pose or head to knee pose. So we're going to take the sole of the right foot to the top of that right thigh. We're going to flex that foot. And what we want to do is feel as though we've got a nice external rotation of this hip. But at the same time, we want to try and keep this leg in a line. So we want to fold forward, but what we're going to do is try and take our breastbone, our sternum, in line with that knee. So the foot doesn't wobble off to the side on either side. We want to flex the foot and it will keep that leg nice and straight. So as we inhale, we reach the arms up, turn so our sternum lines up with our knee. And then we're going to reach forward, keep those sitting bones in contact with the ground. Just reach, it doesn't matter how far you go. When you found a place that's just right, we're not round in the back, we're leading with our chin and our chest. We're just going to slowly just see if we can soften. Keep that navel moving back to the spine. See if we can keep the spine nice and long, shoulders away from the ears, left foot flexed for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly lift. Exhale, we're going to come back to Dandasana. Feet flexed for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, we're going to take the sole of the left foot along that right leg. So we want to make sure that those sitting bones are still in contact with the ground. This right foot is flexed, so the knee's not rolling out to the inside or to the outside. And as we inhale, we reach the arms up, turn the sternum to line up with the front knee. Hinge from the hips, nice long spine, lead with the chin and chest. Relax the shoulders. And just keep reaching the crown of the head towards those to the right big toe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly lift. Exhale, going to come into our Dandasana. Take 3 deep breaths here. We're going to do a twist, so we're going to bend the right knee and we're going to take the sole of the right foot as close as we can without tipping back. So it might be close to this hip, it might be a bit closer to the foot. What we want to do is still keep that spine in that nice long line that we had in Dandasana. So if we come back here, you can see that I'm starting to round my upper back a little bit closer to the foot and I can stay upright. And there's about a fist width distance between my right foot and my left leg. We're going to keep that left foot flexed. Inhale, take the left arm up alongside the ear. Take the right hand behind the back, and as you exhale, slowly twist and take your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Now if you've got long arms, maybe the palms come down. If you've got short arms like me, tented fingers or a block underneath this right hand or a book will work. And then we're going to keep that left foot flexed. And as we inhale, we're going to root down, and as we exhale, twist. Keeping the neck relaxed. Navel towards the spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to Dandasana, and then the other side. So bending that left knee, and again I want to be able to keep my sternum lifted, my shoulders stacked above the hips. So back here I'm starting to roll back. So I've got the right position now. I'm flexing my right foot, taking my left hand behind the back. Inhale, my right arm reaches. As I exhale, I twist from the belly. Take that left elbow on the outside of the right knee. And I'm gazing over my left shoulder with my tented fingers. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. As we exhale, we're just going to lower back onto that back, bring the knees into the chest. And then we're going to have a little go at some leg raises. Now, if you've got any problems with the low back, any herniated discs, anything like that, I would advise that you leave these out. What we're going to do is bend the knees to begin. Hug the right knee in, just like we did before. Exhale that left leg. Hands down beside you. And then we're going to slowly lower that right leg. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Now, if you find this is quite easy or it doesn't take much effort, then slide out that left leg. And then just keep those hands in contact with the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring the right knee towards you. Bring the left knee towards you. Little circles to massage that low back. Take the sole of the right foot down. Inhale. Extend that left leg up. And then hands beside you. Slowly lower that left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. want to straighten out that right leg. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bring the knees towards you. And you can either repeat that, or we could go in for some double leg raises now. So we take the hands beside us, extend the legs towards the ceiling so we can point the toes. And we're slowly going to lower the feet just a little way off the ground, a couple of centimetres or an inch. Inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. This time we're going to exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the ground. Taking the arms over the head. Stretching out the body. And then we're going to come into Banana Asana. So we're going to slide the left leg to the left side. Right leg over to meet the left leg, and then let that left leg go back. Shuffle the left shoulder down towards the left hip, and we should have a nice stretch in that right side now. You could anchor that right leg down by taking that left leg over if that feels nicer. And we're going to stay here for some nice slow deep breaths. So remember just how your breath was when you started to notice the beginning, when we started to observe those changes. Inhale into a count of 4, maybe. Exhale into a count of 4. Maybe you'd like to count to 3 or 6, just depending on the length of your breath. But we want to try and get it nice and even. One more deep breath. And we're just going to bring our upper body up to straight. Take the foot off if you've got it over. Bring the legs back to centre in a nice long stretch again. And then take the right leg out as far as you can, the left foot as far as you can, and then let the right foot slide back. Shuffle the right shoulder down towards the right hip. Maybe take that right foot over the left, or maybe keep them uncrossed. And we'll take those nice even breaths. Slowly uncross those legs. If you've crossed them, shuffle the shoulders back, the legs back. Nice deep body stretch again. Then bring the knees into the chest. And before we do our relaxation, we're going to come into an inversion. So the inversion could be as simple as taking the hands underneath the low back, just letting those legs just hang in the air. If you've got a wall like this one nearby, you could put your legs up the wall, just getting nice and close, just turning around. That can be a nice way to just complete the class. Or if you've got a chair, you could just put your legs up the chair. Or if you are regular with your yoga practice and know that your body is capable of a shoulder stand, and you've done this before with the correct guidance, you could come into that pose, only if it's shoulder stand is something you're accomplished at. So we're going to bring the knees in towards us, hands underneath that low back. And we could take a half shoulder stand with those legs at a diagonal, or you could come into your full shoulder stand with the legs up. Now, I don't really enjoy shoulder stand, it's not one of my favourites.
I just find I get more benefits out of this simple inversion, just letting the legs dangle in the air. I'm going to come to something called +2 breathing now. So we're going to make our exhales 2 counts longer than our inhales. So if we inhale to a count of 4, we exhale to a count of 6. So I'll just talk you through a few rounds, and then maybe you could just choose your own rhythm. So inhaling 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly, wherever you are, gently ease down out of your inversion and find your relaxation position, whether that's legs straight out, whether it's constructive rest pose, whether it's lying on the front, the side, just resting, breathing, and we'll get ready to relax.
Coming to stillness now. Take a few easy breaths in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. And as you lie here, feel yourself relaxing into your mat. Visualize the muscles melting away from your bones. Feeling your body sinking deeper into the mat. Lying here, safe, still and relaxed. Imagining a sphere of white light entering your body through the soles of your feet. Concentrate on this light as it slowly travels up through your feet, feeling its warmth sinking into every muscle, to every fibre of your being, drawing this light up your knees, your thighs, feeling it dissolve any tension as if you were lying in a deep, warm bath. Let this light flow up through the center of your body, through the spine. Feel it wrap around your abdomen, your chest, your hands, your arms. Feel this light drape softly around your shoulders, your lower back, your upper back, your throat. Feel its golden glow light up your face, as if a sunbeam was shining down on you. Notice this warm glow. Feel it bring a sense of calm deep within. Repeating silently to yourself, I am calm, I am relaxed, I am at peace. I am calm, I am relaxed, I am at peace. I am calm, I am relaxed, I am at peace. Slowly guiding your awareness to the solar plexus, the center of your being. Imagine this light shining brightly here,
Feel this light radiate from your center all the way up to your head and down to your heels. Feel this warm light wrapping around you, providing a protective aura. And now take a deep breath here. Feel the warmth and the peace of this light resting deep within you. And remembering that this sense of peace is always here, always available to you, whenever you need it. Slowly now, begin to deepen your breath. Bring a little wiggle to your fingers and toes, stretching the arms over the head, bringing the knees gently towards you, wrapping the hands around the shins, rolling over to one side, making a pillow with the hand. Very gently bringing yourself to a comfortable seated position, resting the hands on the knees. As you inhale, sweeping the hands over the head. As you exhale, closing your eyes, palms rest in the heart center. Taking a few easy breaths here. Namaste.
Thank you for joining me with this practice. It's a nice, slow, simple, but not easy practice. I hope you feel better than when you started and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.